Hello, Brendan here. We're on vlog 3 already. Vlog 1 and 2, driving to the job. I've done 2 hours and I've been rained off. So I'm on my way back. It's about 15 mile home. So I'm thinking about more of my travelling stories. So on my first ever solo trip in 2015, I went to Iceland and I got a hire car, a rental car, and I've just got to concentrate a minute because it's very rainy. There's loads of cars. So I got a hire car, rental car in Keflavik Airport in Iceland, and I drove to Reykjavik, which is about half an hour away. It was all snowy and icy, and it was a bad storm for Iceland. Anyway, I thought worst comes to worst, I spent 5 nights on my own, and that's my trip. 5 nights on my own with no mates, but it never turned out like that. When I was in Iceland on this solo adventure, I struggled to find time for myself because I was with that many people, and it was fantastic. So from the second I got there, I was with loads of people. Went out with the people. It was a mixed dorm, so we slept in the same room as everybody, and it went on like that day after day. And I went to the Blue Lagoon in Iceland with two English people actually. They said, "What are you doing today, Brendan?" I said, "Oh, I'm going to go for a drive in my car." They said, "Oh, we'll come." I never even invited them, they just said, "We'll come." So I went to Blue Lagoon. We were doing handbrake turns in snow. Then another day, 2 California girls and this other English guy come with me, went for a drive out into the middle of nowhere. Again, everywhere was snow, -6, -9. And then on this one day, why's it gone dark? On this one day, it was like second to last day before I went, or day before I went. Monica, this Polish girl, said, "What are you doing today, Brendan?" I said, "Oh, I'm going to go somewhere on my own today." I said, "I want half a day to myself," because I just spent 24/7 with everybody. And I thought, right, I want half a day with myself. And Monica said, all bus tours are cancelled because of the Iceland's worst weather storm in 80 years. She says, "Don't go out driving on your own because it's dangerous." I went, "Nah, I'll be alright." Come on, what's going on here? I said, "Nah, I'll be alright. I'll be alright driving. I've been riding motorbikes off-road all my life. I'll be alright in Iceland on my own, in snow." Anyway, I didn't listen to her, and Monica actually spoke sense. And so I went for a drive through these mountains, down these, I think it worked out, 30 kilometres away from Reykjavik, the capital. And I was looking for like the waterfalls, and I was looking for some of Iceland's geological, just amazing things. Anyway, I saw the cracks in the ground where the land's pulling itself apart with the tectonic plates. I thought, turn in here. I indicated in, and I thought, nice one. Parked up. I could see it was like some kind of tourist spot, but there was nobody there because it's snowing because of this storm. And I walked, followed this path, this snowy path, and I was in between the tectonic plates. I could hear this waterfall. And I just ended up in between these tectonic plates with this amazing waterfall. It was like no man's land. Anyway, that was fantastic. Got photos and videos. So I went back to my car, and I saw a guy, and I said, "Oh, which is way to the Golden Circle, the big waterfalls?" And he pointed me down this road. Yeah, this road's fine when there's no snow. So I set off down this road, and then I could hear snow hitting the bottom of the car. So I put my foot down. So I thought, oh, if we hit another bit of a snow patch, high snow, I'll drive through it. So I put my foot down a bit, sped up. More snow at the bottom of the car for longer. I thought, oh, speed up a bit, at that rate. Then I just got beached. I've got photos of it. I'm in middle of nowhere. I must be 10 miles away from mountains all the way around me. I'm in middle of nowhere. Oh wow. I was just stuck, and I'll be honest, I was the most calmest I've ever been in my life. There was just no point panicking. I'm in this situation where there's nobody about. I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's -6 to -9, and I thought, this is serious. And I literally went into the most calmest mode I've ever been in my life, because I had to use every single tiny brain cell, every one of them, to get me out of this situation. Anyway, I was thinking what to do for half an hour. Shall I dig myself out? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? I still didn't do anything. I was still thinking. Which, looking back, it's bizarre, because I should have at least started to dig myself out. Anyway, luckily, half an hour later, I saw 3 4-wheel drives coming across the back. And then this is a single track road, so they couldn't drive past me. And they pulled up, and they were a bit annoyed. There were 3 English couples, like probably about 10 or 15 years older than me. And they were a bit annoyed. They were from down south. They sounded like they were from London way, and I'm from up north. And they're a bit annoyed with me. Like, you see the faces, like, what are you doing down here? Why have you brought that car down here? You need a 4-wheel drive. I said, oh, I didn't realise. I said, someone directed me this way. And they were a bit annoyed with me. And but they all three men of one of each car. There were some women. There were a pregnant woman as well. All these men got into their role, and they started to help me. So the only thing for me to do was get in the car, reverse back, and they're all pushing from the bonnet. They're all length on the bonnet pushing. And we're not going nowhere. They're pushing and they're pushing and they're pushing. And the car, it was a Hyundai i30. Snow tyres, it was brilliant. Anyway, they're pushing from the front, and I can see these veins coming down the forehead, veins in the neck. And thinking, why aren't we going anywhere? Then I looked down, handbrake was still on. I thought, shit. So as quiet as I could, I pressed the button in and lowered it off so they didn't hear it, and the car started to move. I never told them guys that, and they moved me back, and then they went on the way. I thanked them, but it was funny that handbrake were on, and then I went back, and I turned around, went back, and I should have listened to Monica. And then when I got back to the hostel, we were all having a glass of wine, and Monica, she deserved to say it. What did she say? I told you so. Should have listened to me, Brendan. I thought, yeah, I should have listened to Monica. But us men, we know best, don't we? Yeah, another great tale from another one of my great adventures. I'll catch you later.